Canada's secret plan revealed major work permit changes for international students starting June 2024. The Canadian government is making changes to work permits for international students. These changes aim to better align student education with the needs of the Canadian labour market. This article explains the proposed changes and how they might affect international students. New rules for post-graduation work permits, connecting education with labour market needs. The new rules will require international students to graduate from specific programs that address labour shortages in Canada. This means students must choose their courses carefully to ensure they meet the needs of the Canadian job market. By doing so, students' skills will match the areas where Canada needs workers the most. Stricter criteria for work permits. The changes will also introduce stricter criteria for obtaining post-graduation work permits. Students may need to show that they have a job offer in a field related to their studies. This job must address labour shortages in Canada. New language requirements and other eligibility criteria may also be introduced to ensure students' education aligns with labour market needs. Proposed changes in detail. Specific program requirements. Under the new proposal, students must complete programs that correspond to identified labour shortages to qualify for a post-graduation work permit. This change is designed to ensure students' skills are directly relevant to the Canadian economy. Job offer requirement. Students may need to demonstrate a job offer in their field of study to qualify for a work permit. This requirement ensures that the skills learned by students are put to use in sectors where they are needed the most. Language and other criteria. New language requirements and other criteria might be introduced. These criteria will help further align students' education with the needs of the Canadian job market. Impact on international students planning education in Canada. These changes could affect how international students plan their education in Canada. Traditionally, students had the flexibility to pursue various post-secondary programs and still remain eligible for an open work permit. The new rules would narrow this pathway, making it important for students to choose programs that address labour shortages. Integration into the labour market. The aim of these changes is to improve the integration of international graduates into sectors where they are most needed. By aligning education with labour market needs, the changes will help optimize the contributions of international students to the Canadian economy. Consultation with educational institutions. The Immigration Department is seeking feedback from educational institutions to finalize these changes. This consultation process highlights the importance of adapting immigration policies to better serve both the educational sector and the broader economic interests of Canada. Strategic and targeted approach. These proposed changes represent a shift towards a more strategic and targeted approach to international education and work experience in Canada. The focus is on creating a win-win situation, where international students are prepared for success in sectors that benefit most from their skills. The changes to work permits for international students in Canada aim to better align student education with the needs of the labour market by introducing stricter criteria and requiring students to graduate from specific programs. The Canadian government hopes to ensure that students' skills are relevant to the economy. These changes could transform how international students plan their education in Canada, helping them integrate more effectively into the job market and contribute to the Canadian economy. How will these changes affect current international students? Current international students may need to adjust their study plans to meet the new requirements if they wish to apply for a post-graduation work permit. 2. What types of programs will qualify for the new work permits? Programs that address labour shortages in Canada, such as those in construction, trades and carpentry, will qualify under the new rules. 3. Will there be any support for students to meet the new language requirements? The government may provide resources or guidelines to help students meet the new language requirements.